Vallarta and the entire Bay Area, and welcome, of course, to CPS News with Jesse and Brent. It's the news that speaks your language, and by the way, as you may already know, it's the only all-English televised news in all of Vallarta. And it's not just about me, it's about us, and it's about my amazing co-host. Hey, Jesse, how are you?
I'm doing great, Brent. I am so excited to be here with you.
Anything different that you're noticing?
Let me check. Could it be that we have a whole new set?
It could be, it could be. And look at that amazing live shot behind us. I don't know if you saw that in the 2-shot, but that's actually a camera up on a mountain that we shoot as a live shot.
It's fantastic. Our friend and co-worker, Ever, was the one in charge to go up to a huge tower and place that camera there so that you guys can enjoy this beautiful view of Puerto Vallarta, the Bay Area.
Absolutely. So I hope you enjoyed the new set as much as we do. We're glad to be out of the radio set, but mostly what we need to do is move on, and it is time to get to the headlines. So you ready to do it? Let's go.
Governor Pablo Lemos announces Puerto Vallarta's first teaching hospital. Chaos and frustration in Sayulita over road closures. Residents claim favoritism. Puerto Vallarta considers virtual smart parking meters to improve mobility and traffic flow. Mysterious disappearance in Lo de Marcos. Community searches for a missing American. In sports news, Copa Jalisco 2025 unveils new youth category. In other news, We Are Puerto Vallarta Awards shine a spotlight on local excellence. And finally, make sure to stay tuned for Voices of Vallarta, featuring Frankie Victoria from Vallarta Cares. Find out more about these stories, this week's Red Hot happenings, and more on the 1-hour edition of CPS News with Jesse and Brent. The news that speaks your language.
All right, tonight our first story. On April 1st, Jalisco Governor Pablo Lemos confirmed plans to build Puerto Vallarta's first ever teaching hospital, a major step forward for both healthcare and education in our region. He made the announcement in Guadalajara during a swearing-in of Carla Alejandra Planter Perez, who just became the very first woman to lead the University of Guadalajara. Governor Lemos pointed to the national shortage of medical specialists and said it's time to bring more healthcare professionals to all parts of Jalisco. He's working with the new rector to expand the civil hospital system and follow a well-known teaching hospital model. The next civil hospital will be built right here on the campus of the University Center of the Coast, which you know as CUC, making it the new Puerto Vallarta Civil Hospital. The plan got a standing ovation at the Telmex Auditorium, especially from students and faculty. Governor Lemos said that the hospital will help train the next generation of doctors and improve healthcare in our community. He also called it the start of a new chapter between the state government and the university, one based on teamwork and of progress. What an amazing story.
And for an amazing story, we go to a really sad story. In La Cruz de Guanacaxtle, search efforts have intensified following recent discoveries of human remains. Members of the Ecatl Feminist Collective and the Agape Collective, alongside local and federal authorities, conducted a thorough search in the area using manual tools. They excavated remote land plots and identified as potential sites where human remains could be located. This mountainous region, located between the sea and the road connecting La Cruz de Guanacaxtle to Punta de Mita, has seen disturbing findings in recent weeks, including 2 sets of remains, one found on Palito Verde Beach and another one under a highway bridge. With the possibility of more remains in the area, the teams are working to search additional properties to assist authorities in recovering bodies for identification and return to their families. These efforts highlight the crucial role that searching mothers have played in locating the missing after nearly a decade of precedent work in the Bahía de Banderas region. Their dedication continues to aid authorities in this ongoing mission for justice and closure. And just FYI, Madres Buscadoras, or Searching Mothers, is a group of mothers in Mexico who are actively looking for their missing children or loved ones. They're often in areas where disappearances are common. They work alongside authorities and other organizations to search for clues and remains, tirelessly advocating for justice and closure. Their work is essential as they help uncover the truth and bring attention to the issue of forced disappearances in the country. Thank you, Israel Torres, for this information.
So next up, the Municipal Planning Institute, IMPLAN, has released a new mobility study done in partnership with the Inter-American Development Bank of Bahía de Banderas. The report looks at how well public transportation is working in the Bahía de Banderas area, including coverage, infrastructure, and overall service quality. IMPLAN Director Luis Ricardo outlined two key transit corridors: Federal Highway 200 and the route from Mezcales to San Juan de Abajo. Plans are in the works to add more buses, adjust routes, and move some stops to help ease congestion. But one major piece of the puzzle, the interstate transportation system connecting Bahía de Banderas and Puerto Vallarta, is still on hold. The project was originally supposed to be finished in 2022, but it hasn't moved forward at all. When asked about coordination with Puerto Vallarta, Horacio did not offer many details, only that Nayarit's Secretary of Mobility is handling the tasks. As for the delays, Bahía de Banderas mayor says the high cost is the main reason the project hasn't gotten off the ground. Thank you so much for Israel Torres for this story.
All right, now let's talk about a news story that you brought to our attention with your reports. A recent video shared with our newsroom highlights the deteriorating state of Avenida Francisco Medina Asensio, is one of the main streets in Puerto Vallarta. The footage shows dry planters and scattered trash, creating a negative impression for both locals and tourists. One particularly neglected area is located outside IMSS Clinic number 42, where conditions are worsening. As the city's busiest street, which connects the hotel zone and commercial areas, the avenue's lack of maintenance has raised concerns among residents and business owners. Many feel that the accumulating waste and unkept greenery, tarnishes the image of Puerto Vallarta. Local voices are calling on municipal and state authorities who previously renovated the street to take action and ensure these public spaces are properly maintained. And now let's go over to listen to some of our sponsors' message. Let's go hear about Cerámicas Exclusivas.
For unparalleled quality and style, Cerámicas Exclusivas is your ultimate destination. Choose from over 70 Castel floor models, all available for immediate delivery. And take advantage of our inventory sale this January. Enjoy up to 30% off on faucets and other fixtures while supplies last. Sign up for our monthly newsletter to stay up to date on the latest promotions and design inspiration. Visit us at Federación 390, Paseos Universidad Ixtapa, Puerto Vallarta, or explore our products online at ceramicasexclusivas.com. Give your space the distinctive touch it deserves with Cerámicas Exclusivas.
Okay, in our next story tonight, believe it or not, Puerto Vallarta has marked 5 years since the start of the COVID-19 pandemic, and they did it with a ceremony at the EAMS Hospital number 42. Local officials, military leaders, and healthcare workers gathered there to remember the challenges and the lives lost during the global crisis. Dr. Jorge Valdiva, the hospital's director, spoke about the fear and uncertainty of facing a completely unknown threat. He said it was the unity between the hospitals, the government agencies, and the first responders that helped the city push through the toughest moments. The floral tributes, aka flowers, and a moment of silence honored healthcare workers and military members who died during the pandemic. The military band played, and they also had a pause and a moment of silence to reflect and look ahead to a healthier future. Thank you to Guadalupe Arce for this very important and sincere story.
5 years ago last Sunday. That's crazy.
It's hard to believe.
It's hard to believe. My daughter's grown up so much since then, but she was really small when this happened, and she was like, it felt so bad to just always see her with her, face cover or whatever, her mouth cover. It's crazy. And then, remembering going to the store and not finding toilet paper and things like that. It's crazy to think back in those hard times.
Well, especially being a mother and having I'm not going to call your child a pandemic child, but a child that had to grow up a lot in the pandemic era. I mean, things were a lot different. School was a lot different. Masks, I'm sure, were scary. I mean, we as adults can handle that a lot more. And so it is interesting, and I love your daughter, and it'd be a very interesting conversation with her someday as she grows up, what that was like if she remembers.
I don't think she remembers. She was really small, but I do think that it affected, her social skills a little bit. Now she's getting better, her, and she's fine, but I think it made her a little bit, I don't know, like not antisocial, but it's hard for her to, go up to a bunch of children and stuff. So it's crazy.
Well, sometimes during our 2 shots, we have unplanned, interesting commentary involving your daughter. So that's very interesting. Okay. Well, thanks for joining us for that commentary. And, think about what your life has been like and what your kids have been like. I'd love to hear it and love to learn more. But we've got to go to commercial really quick to pay the bills. So we'll be right back with CPS News, the news that speaks your language. Welcome back to CPS News, the news that speaks your language. We've got more stories ahead in this next one by my co-host, Jesse.
All right, well, let's talk about the City Council. Yep, Puerto Vallarta City Council is considering a proposal to create a new role for trained animal welfare inspectors within the city's recently established Animal Welfare Department. The initiative, presented by Councilor Maria Magdalena Urbina Ramirez, seeks to empower inspectors with the authority to follow up on reported cases of animal cruelty. From October 2024 to February of this year, 67 reports of abuse were filed, but the current regulations lack the necessary legal tools for officials to take action. The proposal aims to amend the city's animal welfare regulations, ensuring that reports of cruelty and neglect receive appropriate attention and legal follow-through. The reform would introduce inspectors who can enforce sanctions and educate the public on responsible pet ownership. Despite receiving strong support from council members, the proposal was sent to several committees for further review due to concerns about the necessary resources and alignment with other laws. If approved, the reform would position Puerto Vallarta as a national leader in animal protection and justice. Thank you, Miguel Gonzalez Guerra, for this information.
Okay, in Sayulita, new vehicle restrictions in the town center are sparking major backlash from locals. While the changes are meant to make the area more pedestrian-friendly, residents say that the rules are being unevenly enforced and benefiting only a select few. One of the biggest complaints? Foreign minors, mostly Americans, zipping through the streets in golf carts with no regulation or enforcement. As one frustrated resident put it, cars are banned, but golf carts aren't. The streets are a mess, and no one says a word to these kids. Making things worse, the vehicle closures now start at noon instead of 5 p.m., Friday through Sunday. Something locals say is hurting both tourism and local businesses. And they're angry the changes were made without public input. As the government in Bahía de Banderas pushes the recreational measure forward, Sayulita is left dealing with the fallout and demanding answers. Once again, thank you to Israel Torres for that story. And now a quick word from Jesse and one of our sponsors, Hospital Hoya.
That's crazy. We had this story last week about how great it's going to be to go to Sayulita. There's no cars and everything, and now people are mad about it. And yes, I think it's a good reason. But now let me ask you this. Are you concerned about your health and well-being? Don't miss the opportunity to take care of yourself. Hospital Hoya offers a wide range of top-quality medical services, including comprehensive health checkups, laboratory and imaging services, consultations with medical specialists, 24/7 emergency care, intensive care unit, pediatric unit, and much, much more. For more information or to schedule an appointment, call 322-226-1010 or 322-226-8181. Stay updated on special offers and promotions by following Hospital Hoya on social media, because your health and your families is what matters most. Hospital Hoya, committed to your health. And now we're going to continue talking about another tragic news. 1 week after the feminicide of Miranda Valencia in Punta de Mita, Bahía de Banderas, authorities have remained tight-lipped about the progress of the investigation. While Ezequiel N. was reportedly arrested in a joint operation by the Federal Attorney's General Office and the Nayarit's Prosecutor's Office on March 26, official confirmation of this capture has not been released. Local reports suggest that Ezequiel N. is connected to the crime and he was allegedly involved in using a firearm during the attack on March 26. However, no further details about his arrest or any developments in the case have been provided. Additionally, authorities are reportedly investigating 2 other potential accomplices, a woman and a man, believed to be family members who assisted in the suspect's escape. The case has shocked the Punta de Mita community and Miranda's family, of course, and they're demanding justice, urging the authorities to pursue full legal consequences for those involved in her death. Thanks, Israel Torres, for this information.
Okay, the coastal towns of Lo de Marcos and San Pancho are on edge after the disappearance of 46-year-old Michael Calabrese, a longtime resident who is originally from New York. Michael was last seen Monday morning, April 1st, around 11 a.m., stopping at a convenience store in Lo de Marcos. He was reportedly on the way to a party with his German Shepherd, Harley. Since then, nothing. His phone was found abandoned outside the store, but there's been no sign of him, his dog, or his car, which is a white 2025 Chevy Trax with Mexican plates, which are RFZ 353B, just in case you see that somewhere. Michael is about 1.9 meters tall, about 120 kilos, with dark curly hair, brown eyes, and scars on one leg. He doesn't have any tattoos. Harley, the dog, weighs around roughly 27 kilos, is very protective, and may be easily startled by loud noises. Friends and neighbors describe Michael as a kind and generous soul, deeply loved in the community. Authorities and locals are asking everyone with information to please call 911 or reach out to his landlady, Veronica, in Lo de Marcos. Again, thank you to Israel Torres for this story.
Wow, that's really scary. And this is to officers from Puerto Vallarta's Public Safety Department successfully prevented a family from falling victim to a phone scam in which they were about to deposit 350,000 pesos. This happened around 4:40 p.m. The police received a report about a red Ford Expedition carrying a family being extorted. They were heading to a bank to make the required payment, believing a family member had been kidnapped. The officers quickly located the vehicle and escorted the family to an Electra branch. Using their experience with such scams, they convinced the family to end the call with the extortionist. Shortly after, the supposedly kidnapped relative called to confirm he was safe at a nearby shopping center. The officers ensured the family's safety and advised them to file a complaint with the Attorney's General Office. This quick response highlights the department's ongoing commitment to community security. Thank you, Guadalupe Arce, for this information, and be careful out there with this type of scams. We don't want to fall into them.
Yeah, so that's the scam thing, I think, is really becoming prevalent. I would say that my wife almost got scammed about 2 weeks ago. So somebody contacted her on her phone. So watch out for this if you hear it. They said that, oh, we're aware you have an Amazon package coming, and we actually did. So it's not hard to guess somebody has an Amazon package coming. And they said the only way to receive it is they had to punch a code in the phone when it came up. And they actually sent something. It popped up on her phone, and had she entered that 4-digit code, these scammers would have actually taken control of her phone and began to break into our bank accounts and steal everything.
Crazy. It's getting more and more common. My husband went through that as well. He caught it in time.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's very common. And now with AI and all the apps and all the technology that we have out there, it's really, really easy for scammers, to scam people.
Yeah,
so be careful out there.
No, we have to work together as a community. So best be on the lookout. If you have a scam or you think something's a scam, post it to social media so we're aware of the type of scam, and maybe we'll cover those at some point here too. But for now, we need to go to a commercial, and soon we're going to be back with our interview segment, which is going to be Voices of Vallarta. And today we have Varda Cares in. How exciting.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome back, everyone, and now it's time for Voices of Vallarta, VOV, as we might call it. And it's with me, Brent Lane, of course, but more importantly, my guest this week is the amazing Frankie Victoria from the one and only Vallarta Cares. We've met before on the radio, and I've interviewed you, so we're friends. We know each other.
Yes. Thank you so much for having me here.
Absolutely. Well, I'll say welcome back, even though this is the first time on television with me. How exciting.
Yeah, it's very exciting to see this new set. I love it.
The new set gets another plug. I love it. The new set is amazing, and you're the very first voice of Vallarta on it.
Nice.
All right, let's hop into it, everybody. So, first of all, for our viewers that don't know, can you please tell us what is Vallarta Cares? Give us an overview of it, and what kind of support does it provide our community?
Well, we are a charity here in Vallarta. What we're trying to do is to fight poverty and inequality of opportunity here. So we do that by providing people with a set of services to help them raise themselves from that poverty. We have a soup kitchen, we have a store that works on point so people select the items they want. We have showers for people in homelessness, laundry services, clothing. We have doctor and dental services as well as medications. And in order to lift themselves from poverty, really, we have classes and empowering courses.
Wow. How long has Vallarta Cares been around? Because I know you're the founder, correct? You told me that. How long? When did you guys found it?
We started this during the pandemic in 2020.
Okay, so during 2020. And you do a lot more. I'm sure even our viewers are like, wow, that is a lot of stuff you guys do. That is amazing. And it's amazing that you do it with, obviously volunteers, yourself. But, I think what really is impactful sometimes is to hear about like a success story. So could you share like a specific story where Vallarta Cares made a big difference, either for an individual or, a group in this community? Well,
we try to we're very good at working in with people. We're very good at cooperating. So a lot of the work that we do it in communion with other charities. For example, there is this school that we're rebuilding right now in the outskirts of El Tuito. So it's about 2.5 hours from here, where we went to drop off some school supplies, and we realized the terrible state the school was in. There was no roof tiles. There was the bathroom was completely destroyed. It was something horrible. So we decided to help them out, but we cannot do it alone. So we went to talking to the town, and the people there were the first ones, the parents were the first ones to help us rebuild and do all the labor. We talked to the government, the local government, to help us with something, so they donated the roof tiles. And we talked to another association in the U.S. in order to help us bring in money to buy all the materials, etc. So right now that project has completely changed that community. They were not even on the map, but now with this help, they're going to be able to host different fairs and things like that in their town to bring in a little bit more money than what they're used to.
So I found it interesting in that answer that your reach is far beyond. I mean, you are Vallarta Cares, but now you're talking about what you've done in Tuito, for example.
Yes.
So is most of your work done here in Vallarta, or do you find yourself being pulled around to surrounding towns like that often?
We often go to other towns. We have our main facilities here in Vallarta, but we try to do community outreach. We do things in Tuito and Cabo Corrientes and in the Banderas Bay as well.
Very interesting. And then when I was on your website, I also noticed that you have a leadership and you have board. And I know we talked off air that right now your board is well filled with good people. But are there generally openings, like especially in low season, for people to come and be involved at that level?
Yes, we would love to have more people. Like, the reality is that we cannot do it alone. And we are always happy to take in people who are gonna provide us with some advice or somebody who has different ideas. I always welcome their criticism and everything in order for us to be better. That's the goal, to be better for the community that we're here, and we know we don't have all the right answers. You know?
No, I understand. And so for those who, and I love that, you've got opportunities for the board. I'll keep my eye on it. It could be something interesting for me as well, as I love giving back to the community, just like you. But now, if someone out there and a viewer, they want to get involved, they want to be part of this, how can they get involved? If someone wants to support Vita Cares, either through volunteering, donating, or any other way, what's the best way for them to get in touch with you or the organization to do that?
Well, you can send me an email at frankie@vallartacares.com, or you can go directly to our website and send us a message there. We're really looking for volunteers during this low season because a lot of our regular volunteers go back home. So if you have a few minutes, a few hours to spare during the week, please let us know so we can have you there. And for anything, really, they can contact my email. We're happy to pick up any donation. We're happy to talk to you in ways that you can help the community. Sometimes we can work together on bettering somebody's life.
I love it. And we'll be sure to go ahead and show the website, on the screen right now so people can get in touch, or they can contact through our newscast as well. That's all the time we have. That was amazing. I know our viewers learned a lot about it. So thank you so much again to you, Frankie. Thank you so much for our viewers for tuning in. We'll be back again next week, of course, for more Voices of Art. And if you want to be sitting right where Frankie is, please submit a contact on our website, on our forums, and you can be part of Voices of Art and sit across from me, and we can learn more about your business, your organization. Okay, now we're moving on, and we've got David with our next story.
A coordinated effort between the Jalisco State Prosecutor's Office, the Mexican Army, and the National Guard has led to the securing of a property in the Brisas del Pacifico neighborhood located in the northeastern area of Puerto Vallarta. This action was part of an ongoing investigation into the disappearance of a woman. According to official sources, intelligence operations had identified the property as a possible hub for illicit activities. The search was conducted as part of an extensive probe initiated in December by the Vice Prosecutor's Office for Missing Persons. Upon entry, authorities discovered that the property had been vacated, prompting forensic teams to gather evidence and collect testimonies to determine who was responsible for operating the site. Fortunately, the woman whose disappearance prompted the investigation has been located and reunited with her family. Authorities have labeled this a significant success in their efforts to find and rescue missing persons in Jalisco. The Jalisco State Prosecutor's Office has reiterated its commitment to relentlessly pursue justice in cases of missing persons across both the Guadalajara metropolitan area and other regions within the state. Investigations remain ongoing to identify and prosecute those involved in criminal activities linked to this property. With information from Guadalupe Arce, David Herchak, CPS News.
All right, and we talked about this last week. Puerto Vallarta is considering virtual smart parking meters in key tourist and commercial areas, but no final decision has been made yet. While City Council members have approved the process to concession the service for 15 years, Mayor Luis Munguia emphasized that public input will be key before moving forward. The proposed parking system aims to improve mobility, eliminate abandoned vehicles, and optimize street space, especially in high-traffic areas like the historic center. So far, 4 zones are under review: Marina Vallarta, Díaz Ordaz, the city center, and Olas Altas. The adjustments may be made. While the total number of parking spaces is still undetermined, city officials have assured that residents will have a guaranteed free spot. Discussions are also underway with taxi and public transport representatives to improve traffic flow and avoid parking congestion. One confirmed change is the relocation of the yellow taxi site in front of Hotel Rosita as part of the Malecon expansion. With studies ongoing and community discussions set to take place, the future of parking in Puerto Vallarta is still being shaped. Updates are expected in the coming months. Thank you so much, Miguel Gonzalez Guerra, for the information.
Okay, time to move on to our sports section, one of my favorites. So, on April 2nd, Puerto Vallarta laced up for the Plogging Challenge. You might wonder what that is, but it's a citywide event combining jogging with picking up trash. How awesome. It's called plogging, and it's a global trend that blends fitness and environmental cleanup. Organized by Runners Puerto Vallarta and the University of Guadalajara, over 100 participants ran through downtown, collecting litter from the streets and the beaches. In just 40 minutes, teams raced to see who could gather the most waste. The winner hauled in the most kilos of trash, but this wasn't just about competition. It was about community. Organizers say events like this show how small actions can make a big difference. Thank you to all these volunteers. Puerto Vallarta is a little cleaner because of you, and a little greener, and a lot more united. Thank you to Fernanda Bojorquez for, of course, this amazing first sports story tonight.
It is amazing and it's fun. Also try doing squats every time you pick up some trash. It works really well. All right, so next up, Maria is going to tell us a little bit about more sports. Let's listen.
Around 700 students from various campuses of the Universidad de Valle de Atamajac, UNIVA, gathered at the Agustin Flores Contreras Sports Complex in Puerto Vallarta for the 2025 UNIVA Sports and Cultural Meeting last week. The event saw participants from UNIVA's Guadalajara, Lagos de Moreno, and Zamora campuses competing in sports like soccer and volleyball, along with various cultural activities. Dr. Luis Ignacio Zuniga Bobadilla, director of UNIVA Puerto Vallarta, kicked off the event with an opening ceremony, marking the start of a day filled with friendly competition and camaraderie. This annual event fosters university spirit and promotes the holistic development of students, blending sports and culture in a collaborative, community-focused environment. With information from Fernanda Bojorquez, Maria Ammerman, CPS News.
So you know what I love about the sports section of our show? I love that the sports stories are always really uplifting. Okay, next up, here's David again with yet another uplifting sports story about getting youths involved.
The 7th edition of Copa Jalisco was officially launched at Estadio Jalisco, with Governor Pablo Lemus announcing an exciting addition, a youth category alongside the traditional men's and women's teams from 125 municipalities. The tournament kicks off in May with regional qualifiers, leading to a final stage where 32 teams will compete for the championship. Several Mexican soccer legends attended the event, including Oswaldo Sanchez, Pavel Pardo, and Benjamin Galindo. Sanchez, named official tournament ambassador, encouraged young players to chase their dreams, recalling his own journey to success. Governor Lemus emphasized sports as a tool for crime prevention and announced investments in sports and educational infrastructure. He also revealed plans for a monument honoring Pele near the stadium and international matches leading up to the 2026 World Cup. With a growing impact on sports, economy, and tourism, Copa Jalisco 2025 promises to be a key event in shaping Jalisco's soccer future. With information from Fernanda Bojorquez, David Herchak, CPS News.
Now let's talk about dogs. Yes, a quick word from our sponsor, Positively Perfect Dog Care.
Are you looking for the perfect spot for your furry friend while you're away? Positively Perfect Dog Care in Nuevo Vallarta is your dog's home away from home. Think boutique hotel vibes, air-conditioned comfort, cuddles, and so much love. Your pup will enjoy 2 daily walks, playtime, and even get obedience practice. They'll sleep indoors with us like part of the family. Plus, we'll send you daily pics and updates so you don't miss a thing. We also offer 2-week live-in obedience and leash training programs to keep your pup on their best behavior. Message us on WhatsApp at 331-496-3310 or visit positivelyperfectdogcare.com for more details.
Plogging and parking meters. Very interesting topics, probably controversial and polarizing. Not so much with the plogging. I think that one's great, and I love
The plug-in is fantastic.
I love your squats comment. You know?
It's so good. If you guys have not tried it, do it. Do it, and your butt will hurt by tomorrow.
Tighten your butt and pick up some trash. But now, how about these parking meters that you talked about? That's an interesting one. What's your take?
All right, so last week when we talked about it first, I was really glad that we're doing this because I think it was needed and it's a good way to get some money in, to Puerto Vallarta so that we can get our roads fixed or something. But I heard that they've tried this before here in Puerto Vallarta and people do not like it. They actually tried it and could not do it because they did like a big deal about it and they didn't want to do it.
Interesting. Yeah, I didn't know it ever happened before. I would say from my point of view as someone who drives and parks downtown frequently, number one, I'd probably just take my motorcycle more to avoid it. But number two, like how long do the meters last? Because that could be a problem if you're going somewhere for many hours. What kind of money do they take? Like I'm not always carrying change and these days I know they're mostly electronic. How often do they work? Do they malfunction? I'm personally probably against it. I mean, if it did fix the roads tremendously, that's great. But I just don't know. I'm not really for it, I don't think.
One of the places that they want to do it at is here at the marina. And I noticed that at the marina, there's no way that you can park anywhere because they always block their parking lots. But all of that stuff would be gone. And, you would have your own parking and then if you wanted to park in the marina somewhere, you'd have to pay. And if it's a quick, it's a quick stop, it's fine, you can pay. If not, they also have the parking, that you can pay 50 pesos, I think, and then you can be there for like all day long if you wanted to. I think it's a good thing. But yeah, like I said, a lot of people don't like it. I want to know what you think about it. Do you think it's a good idea? Do you think it's a bad idea? Let us know right here on the messages if you're watching us on YouTube. If not, you can reach us on our website.
Absolutely. But we got to take a really quick break and we'll be right back. And we'll be diving into entertainment. So see you in just a minute. Welcome back. It's time to have a little fun here at CPS News. Again, we're having fun because we have this brand new set behind us and we love it. I hope you do too. And I hope you decide to interact with us. I know we call out a lot, but I'd love to hear about, you called out for that parking meter one. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. But let's talk about entertainment and fun.
Oh my gosh, there's still a lot of things going on here in Puerto Vallarta. So if you want to know what is up and you want to get your calendars ready, your agendas ready, get your phone and start marking, the days on the calendar because here comes Red.
And it's hot.
And it's happening.
Red hot happenings. Let's go. Where you at, Kirsten?
Hello, I'm Kirsten Rakuya, and I'm super excited to share with you the red hot happenings going on in Puerto Vallarta this week. For more info about living here and cool things to do while you're here, check out my blog, sandinmycurls.com. All right, let's dive in.
Celebrate the beauty of nature this April 20th at the Vallarta Botanical Gardens, where families can enjoy a magical Easter surrounded by vibrant flowers and lush greenery. Easter in Bloom invites you to embrace the season with fun outdoor activities, stunning scenery, and a unique holiday experience in the heart of nature. Mark your calendars and get ready to celebrate Easter in Bloom. For more details, visit their website or social media. Ahoy, ye salty dogs! This spring break and Semana Santa, it be time to cast off your landlubber ways and party like a true pirate. Climb aboard the legendary pirate ship Vallarta, where the rum be endless, the grub be fit for a captain, and the adventures be wilder than a rogue wave. Raise your grog and cheer on swashbuckling battles. This be the ultimate high seas bash, and ye don't want to miss it. Book your voyage now at pirateshipvallarta.com or prepare to walk the plank. This April 9th, get ready for a full evening of flavor, music, and tradition. It's a Mexican fiesta at Zoho City. Enjoy tacos, margaritas, micheladas, tequila, and more. Oh my! While the atmosphere comes alive with live mariachi and rock music. The perfect mix for an unforgettable night. Wednesday, April 9th, from 4 to 10 p.m. at Zoho City in front of Chedraui in Playa de Oro. Delicious food, refreshing drinks, and great vibes. Be sure to check it out. Celebrate Children's Day at the 33rd Annual Kids Fishing Tournament, Sunday, April 27th from 8 to 11 a.m. at Marina Vallarta. Hang out and have a fun-filled morning where young anglers can test their skills and enjoy a great day by the water. Don't miss out. Bring the whole family and create unforgettable memories. Celebrate the 50th anniversary of Parroquia Santa Cruz in Puerto Vallarta with an elegant 3-course dinner on April 21st at 8 p.m. Enjoy an unforgettable evening with the enchanting voices of tenors Jorge Ichaigare and Marco Munoz, accompanied by Maestro Salvatore Rodriguez on piano. Tickets are still available. Contact Ivan at 322-136-1132 or Lilia at 322-118-7529. Don't miss this magical night. Join a cultural festival for a cause on Saturday, April 12th from 6 to 9 p.m. at Los Mangos Library and Cultural Center for a spectacular evening filled with music, art, and celebration. This special event honors our beloved Basic Level 1 coach, Ana Maria Gonzalez, who needs a prosthetic leg to regain her independence. All proceeds will help make this dream her reality. Your support and generosity can change her life. Los Mangos Library, see you there. Also at Los Mangos Library from April 7th to the 10th, University Art shines again at the second University Art Exhibition celebrating World Art Day and the legacy of Leonardo da Vinci, featuring talented students from Universidad de la Veracruz, Centro Universitario de la Costa, and Universidad Arcos. Celebrate creativity and young talent in an inspiring exhibition. For more info, WhatsApp 322-109-0009. Puerto Vallarta is filled with color and tradition. From May 2nd to May 9th, experience the magic of the 19th Vallarta Azteca International Folklore Festival. Dance, music, and culture from different countries all in one place. Don't miss this amazing festival where everybody wants to be. They will reveal the program and location soon. But if you want to follow now, then please contact 322-111-9277. Okay, that's a wrap for this week. Stick around for the art and entertainment segment where the talent shines as bright as the Vallarta sun.
Well, I hope you found something that you want to do on those red hot happenings. And now let me tell you that spring break is coming, and the official CEP calendar, which is, the school calendar, has set the Holy Week school vacation period for Monday, April 14th to Friday, April 25th, giving students across Mexico 2 full weeks of rest. The holidays align with the Holy Week celebrations, which take place from April 13th to the 20th. However, the CEP calendar, or the school calendar, extends the break beyond the religious dates, allowing students and families extra time to relax and enjoy. This vacation period applies to preschool, primary and secondary school students in both public and private institutions. Classes will officially resume on Monday, April 28th. With 2 weeks of free time, families are encouraged to plan ahead for vacations, cultural experiences, or simply to unwind and recharge. Whether traveling or staying local, this is a great opportunity to enjoy quality time together. Mark your calendars and make the most of Holy Week 2025. With information from Mr. Adolfo Torres, there you have it.
Well, that's a good reminder about Holy Week upcoming. We know how busy it gets here, so be ready, and the kids are going to be everywhere too. Okay, now do you love to make travel plans in Mexico and hunt out Pueblo Magicos? My wife and I love to jump in the Jeep and just hunt them out and see as many as we can. And now is a great time to begin your hunt if you have not. And here's Joe with the story.
Holy Week is the perfect time to explore the stunning Pueblos Mágicos of Nayarit, offering a unique blend of history, culture, and breathtaking landscapes. Nayarit is home to 9 magical towns, each with its own special charm. Compostela enchants visitors with its cobblestone streets and colonial-era architecture, while Hala, the state's first Pueblo Mágico, is famous for its handcrafted traditions and iconic basilica. For beach lovers, Sayulita is a surfer's paradise, known for its vibrant and laid-back atmosphere. Meanwhile, San Blas, recently named a Pueblo Mágico, offers historical ports and stunning natural scenery, making it a must-visit for photography enthusiasts. Other hidden gems include Ahuacatlan, rich in cultural heritage, Amatlan de Cañas, famous for its hot springs and rivers, and Mezcaltitan, the legendary birthplace of Aztlan. Ixtlan del Rio boasts ancient ruins, while Puerto Vallarta on Islas Marias has transformed from a former penal colony into a thriving ecotourism destination. With so many incredible places to explore, Nayarit's Pueblos Mágicos promise an unforgettable Holy Week adventure, a perfect mix of culture, history, and natural beauty. With information from Adolfo Torres, Joe Wasik, CPS News.
All right, so next up, Brent and I, not very long ago, met Trevor. He's the owner of Amaria Villas, and we love this place. It was fantastic. It was a really nice spot, and, well, let me tell you a little bit more about it in this.
Nestled just 16 minutes from downtown Puerto Vallarta and 4.5 kilometers from the coastline, Amaria Villas and Events is a captivating retreat that seamlessly blends organic beauty with vibrant character. Surrounded by serene nature, it offers a tranquil escape while exuding charm, authenticity, and a unique personality that makes every visit unforgettable. What once was untouched land has transformed into a boutique retreat and premier event space, blending nature, sustainability, and hospitality. Our very own Brent Lane spoke to Trevor Scott, the owner of this beautiful space, to tell us a little bit more about its transformation since 2018 and what it's becoming now.
And if you don't know, as many of you might not yet, that's why we're here. We have got Trevor from Amaria Village here as my guest today, and this is one of the most beautiful places that I've had the opportunity to come out and chat with somebody at.
Well, thank you. I mean, we built this place from scratch, and we've been able to develop into this amazing place, and we just love sharing it with people and hope they come up.
Absolutely. So I know the viewers are going to want to know more about where are we, what is this space all about. So if you were to sum this up in like one line, what is this space? What is this space to you?
It's a peaceful place to come and escape from the city.
I love that. Detach if you like. And absolutely, it's easy. I've been seeing birds going by of all types, parrots going by. And you've owned this, like we talked a bit off camera for a while, and you said you've owned this for 4 years. You came from Houston. I think it's an amazing story how you started from dirt here. But you've been really going through a transition lately with this place, more to, like as you mentioned, an event center. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so we recently got our license to be an event center. So we are now doing some extra publications and about our new event space. We want to encourage people to come up and do an event with us. Perhaps it's a wedding, a reception, quinceañeras, or any kind of DJ private event. We're welcoming anyone to come up here and look at our space, and maybe even a fashion show. I envision someone coming to do a fashion show here or one of those events and just look at the marvel that we've created.
Founded in 2018, Amaria Villas has grown organically. Even the stones shaping its structure were carefully sourced from the river, giving it an earthy and serene atmosphere. Amaria Villas is not just a place to stay, it's an experience.
Yeah, so we do have 6 rooms available, so we can sleep. We have 9 beds, 6 rooms, so we can sleep individually, 9 people or up to 18 people. Again, it's great for if you have a group. Let's say you have a group coming from that wants to stay here, a bachelor party. We have a bachelor party coming. They're going to rent all the rooms and have their bachelor party here. Whatever the size of it, whether it's a smaller party and you're looking for accommodations, or if it's a larger event where we could fit a large number of people here, we can go and accommodate.
A full restaurant famous for its mango margaritas. A tequila tasting bar showcasing Mexico's finest spirits. A heated pool surrounded by lush nature. A birdwatching paradise where exotic species can be spotted at sunrise. But wait, there's more.
So we did a little tour, and you're probably seeing it running in the background during this chat we're having. But I love that every minute or two, but wait, there's more. But wait, there's more. And it became almost a joke between us because there is more. I mean, there's a beautiful pool right below us over here. And I think a lot of people know your location for the pool. But when you say, but wait, there's more, give us an idea. What more is there?
More is the experience. When you come here, and you will be inspired to do an event here. What happens, a lot of people will come up and they will see our space, and you can see their heads spinning on, oh my God, I can do this here, I can do this, I can do this. And that's what we love and encourage is come up here, get creative, let us cater something for you to make your day here or your event something out of the ordinary and unique.
No, I love that. Out of ordinary and unique is exactly what I would say, but beautiful.
Amaria Villas is accessible by car, though many guests love to explore nearby trails or visit attractions like El Jorullo before arriving. You can find Amaria Villas on Facebook and Instagram at Amaria Villas. Or if you prefer WhatsApp, contact them at 322-279-4546.
Imagine walking all the way up here from Central, and then you get to come to this. Spend the day by the pool, relax, have an amazing mango margarita. You must have one of those. They are our specialty. And then enjoy the day here. It's a great place to come and just be yourself, feel relaxed, and enjoy.
Absolutely.
Come for the mango margaritas, stay for the inspiration. Whether you're looking for a peaceful retreat, an unforgettable event space, or simply a place to reconnect with nature, Amaria Villas and Events is a must-visit gem near Puerto Vallarta. With information from Jesse Ruiz, Maria Ammerman, CPS News.
Oh man, I really love meeting Trevor, and I really had no idea how much they have to offer out there. You could really feel how much love Trevor and his entire staff have for Amaria Villas. I hope you all get a chance to check it out. And then please tell them if you go by that for CPS News with Brent and Jesse, or Jesse and Brent that is, sent you. Okay, now here's a recap of a great award ceremony last week that really was the who's who event of all of PV.
It was a night of elegance, excitement, and community spirit at Coco Cabaret on April 2nd, as the We Are Puerto Vallarta Awards returned for one of the city's most anticipated celebrations of local excellence. By 6:30 p.m., crowds gathered outside the venue, eager to celebrate the best in Vallarta's gastronomy, entertainment, and hospitality. The event officially kicked off at 7 p.m., flawlessly organized by Jamie Alexander and co-hosted by our very own Jesse Ruiz. Over 106,000 votes were cast this year, highlighting just how engaged the community is. Voters chose their favorites in categories like Best Taco Stand, won by Pancho's Tacos, and Favorite Fine Dining, which went to Bravo's Restaurant PV. The Palm Cabaret and Bar took home Favorite Performance Venue, and Ada Vox wowed the audience with a powerhouse performance. Special honors went to Francie Wynn for her contributions as a business owner, Pam Thompson-Webb for her community healthcare work, and volunteers Lisa Manugian and Billy Pulaski from Rise Children's Shelter. The celebration continued at El Granero with a festive after-party, capping off a night that truly honored the vibrant heart of Puerto Vallarta. From tacos to talent, the We Are Puerto Vallarta Awards proved once again that this city's greatest strength is its people. For the full list of winners, visit tribune.travel. With information from Jesse Ruiz, Maria Ammerman, CPS News.
Wow, what a great event. And it was such an honor to be co-host for a second year in a row. I can't wait for the next year. And cheers again to all of the nominees and winners. It was nice to be in a room filled with, the best of the best. Now let's dive into our next story. And here is Brent with the details.
So right in the heart of Puerto Vallarta's Malecon, a hidden treasure invites visitors to explore Mexico's rich maritime history. The Naval Historical Museum, which is located in a historic building from 1949, offers an immersive journey through the country's naval past. With 5 themed rooms and 154 artifacts, the museum showcases everything from the arrival of the Spanish to modern naval operations. Visitors can see ship models, navigational instruments, and even uniforms worn by the actual Mexican Navy back in the day. A dedicated and exhibition space ensures there's always something new to discover there. For a perfect ending, guests can visit the rooftop restaurant for breathtaking views of the bay. The Naval Historical Museum is open Tuesday through Sunday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. with free admission. What a bonus. Whether you're just a history lover or you're curious about Mexico's maritime legacy, this is one destination you really don't want to miss. Thank you to Dana Sabido for that story.
Wow, really love that museum. If you haven't been, check it out. Now, whales and jaguars are coming soon. Oh my. Some new art is on the way to our area, and here's Joe to tell you when and where you will be able to see it.
A majestic whale and a giant jaguar, alongside colorful letters reflecting the Huixarica culture and the region's attractions, will soon bring a vibrant new look to the southern entrance of Bahía de Banderas in the town of Jarituderas. This exciting project, underway alongside the renovation of the Riviera Nayarit Boulevard, is being developed in 3 stages. Currently, the first stage is focused on painting the large letters that will give the site its unique identity. The second phase, scheduled to begin after Easter, will see renowned artist Francisco Villalobos sculpt the giant whale and jaguar figures, marking the project's artistic centerpiece. The final phase will involve the creation of a cafe tentatively named Aramara. This space will not only offer food and beverages, but will also double as a gallery to showcase Nayarit art and crafts. The project was announced by the Strategic Projects Department of the Bahía de Banderas government. Although the budget for the project has not yet been disclosed, it is known that the initial construction of the tourist stop required an investment of over 11 million pesos, supported by the 11th Town Hall. With information from Israel Torres, Joe Wasik, CPS News.
We've reached the end of our newscast. I don't know why I so exasperately sighed on that one, but it's been a big buildup. We've been waiting for this news set for a long time. We had a really engaging guest on Voice of Vallarta. It's been great.
And now we are enjoying the view again. Gosh, I love this place. I hope you love this as much as we do. Tell us about it, comment, give us kudos and be like, you know what, go back to the radio. I don't think anyone will say that. But
I hope nobody says go back to the radio. That would be awful. That would be terrible. But I do want to remind you again, I know I mentioned it earlier, that Voices of Vallarta is a really great way to get interesting connected people, to meet you, our viewers. And so if you have a business or you want to be on it or you're doing something charitable, please contact us through our website. Let us know what you have to offer and come on this show and be on TV right there.
Yes, you can be here. It surely highlights the community of Puerto Vallarta. So with that said, guess we gotta go, you guys. The end of this newscast has come.
Yes. Have a great evening. Thank you so much for tuning in to CPS News with Jesse and Brent, and we will see you in one more week. Something charitable, please